What is good, TPA podcast? It's your boy Big Holla. We are here. I got a special guest with me. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
I am Sheek, influencer, media correspondent. Literally the best thing you ever seen. Yeah.
Now, is your actual name Sheek?
No, my actual name is Marissa.
So how did you end up going by Sheek?
Sheek. My cousin, rest his soul. My cousin passed away, and he had this thing called Sheeky, and I think it's because he likes Sheek Luch and all of that.
I don't know what that is. What's that?
No, Sheek Luch from what's his name? He's in Jadakiss.
Oh, the locks?
Yes, the locks.
Yeah,
There we
okay,
go.
Sheek,
Yes,
yeah.
Sheek. So yeah, I think that's where he got it from, because he was big in like music. He made his own music, all that. So
Okay.
I took it, made Sheek. It was Beauty by Sheek, then it turned into Sheek, and
Okay.
yeah.
So you started like content making, like beauty content?
Yeah, so I started doing YouTube videos. I started with YouTube videos, but I always wanted to. I just like art, I guess. I like art. So I just got into makeup, and then it turned into, okay, this is what we doing now.
So how did you go from beauty? What made you leave beauty and go into like regular, or I don't want to say regular, but like more secular content?
What's that?
Secular?
Yeah. Like,
Secular
he used a big
is
word.
like-
y'all. Sorry.
Secular is like for everybody. Kinda,
Okay.
yeah.
I think because I'm really versatile, so I like multifaceted. So I do a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I started doing the whole makeup thing, but then I really like YouTube.
Yeah.
I love being a part of entertainment. So a lot of my friends back at home. So I'm from Boston. A lot of my friends back at home, they are in music, so they rap, they sing. So I've always been involved in the music industry, and it just turned into, well, I like getting ready. So I was on a podcast too. So I was on a podcast, and then I was like, oh, well, I like getting cute, so it kind of just meshed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of,
Okay.
yeah,
that
I
makes-
be outside.
So what are you into like these days?
Honestly, just the whole media thing. Like, I really just like being on the carpet. It's like a party for me. So I always tell people it's the party before the party. So I just like doing my whole red carpet thing, whether it's, celebrities or just, regular people, just kind of using my platform to, push their businesses. So yeah.
How do you get on to or get into doing something like that? Like, how do you get the pass to get into the red carpet?
The red carpet. Your
'Cause I be
network.
seeing you, I be like,
Where she at? Just honestly, your network. So like coming out here, shout out to Media Girls Network. So being a part of that network was really good, because I started actually because I thought I was gonna be a makeup artist for them.
Yeah.
And then I just started seeing the whole correspondent work. So really just putting in the work behind being a media correspondent or a journalist, whatever the case may be. And you get that invite, but if you ain't doing that, you can't really get the invite. So
That's tough.
yeah.
That's tough. So what were like some of the most, how can I phrase this? Were you ever surprised at like some of the people you met?
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely say Jada, because like I actually met her. I would say interview. Like, I'm surprised at the
Jada
people I'm
Pickett?
interviewing. Who?
Jada who?
Not Pickett yet. We gonna get there. No,
Okay.
Jada Waiter. Jada Cheese.
Oh, okay.
Cheese. But I seen her in one of those boutique stores. So I seen her there, but that was when I first came out here. And then we did her first magazine with Hype Hair, and I got to take a picture of this. So I kept seeing her, and then I started seeing other people. So when I did AT&T Revolt, Wendy Raquel, that was a really good interview with her. I mean, honestly, so far not like starstruck. Just certain people. Wendy Raquel is it's a go for her.
So how different are people than they are like perceived on the internet?
Oh, like Mulatto was really cool in person. I don't know. I feel like everyone's pretty cool, but I definitely would say, depending on the time and place they're at, it's kind of like, all right, they're probably in work mode, so you don't want to, really disturb them. Sometimes they're really chill. Like, I met Jacquees at like 21 Savage party. He was really cool, but it was more of a chill vibe versus like, I have to like revolt with Jada. She was doing different interviews out the day, so you could tell she was in work mode. So it's like I ain't about to go over there and be like, "Hey, girl," I'm like, okay. If I'm not doing an interview, there's no point in me being around her. So it depends the setting.
Do you ever are you ever nervous when you approach people?
Yes, that was like the first thing. I'm like, I'm even nervous now, but I love being in front of the camera. But it's still like I don't be knowing what I'm gonna say. I have another moment. Yeah, I had a instance where I met Safari and he walked off my interview. But
what?
Yes, he did. And I'm gonna drop that clip one of these days. But he walked off my interview, and it was because I said I love Nicki Minaj, but it was like it just came out. So I was so nervous, I didn't know what to say. But it was like, oh my gosh, but he has so much controversy around him. I didn't know what to say, but I was trying to tell him he made good music, and that's kind of what happened.
Really?
Yeah. So
give me 5 Safari songs right now.
I don't know, and that's why I was like.
But you say he makes good music.
Well, he made help Nick. He was on Nicki's. Rise Up. So that's.
So you're saying he was writing Nicki's music?
Well, I was saying he helped. He did a good job help producing it. There we go. He did a good job help producing it. But I haven't had those moments yet. Let's just say that.
Oh,
that was one moment.
Was that like one of your most heartbreaking moments?
It was a learning moment because as much as I wanted to apologize and, because I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It was just one of those moments where it's like, there's nothing you can do, walk away. You just know for next time, be prepared. I'm kind of one of those people, like I'll do a million things like before I'm supposed to do something. And it's like, in the moment of interviewing someone, you just want to make sure you have your questions together and you know your subject. And that's really just it. Know what they like, what they don't like, what to say, what not to say. So, yeah. How
do you go about finding out those things?
Research. Like, I'm really involved with social media. So I'm watching The Shade Room. I'm watching Hollywood Unlocked. Being a media correspondent, you want to watch the people that are doing what you're doing as well. Yeah. So, overall, if you're not, it's like in school, if you're not obtaining the knowledge for what you're doing and perfecting the craft, it's kind of like, well, why are you doing it? Yeah. So really just like watching different people, interview people, keeping that energy. Like I watch red carpets just on YouTube just to see that energy. Yeah. So yeah.
Being that you follow all of these media things, do you ever find yourself in a place where the stuff you're taking in affects your actual mental as opposed to just doing your job?
Yeah, because it is preparing you for different. I've done so many things like makeup, the esthetician. I thought I was gonna go to the WNBA, then I realized 5'2". Just a bunch of different things, but it prepared me.
You can hoop?
I can. Y'all didn't see. Go watch my last video. I was on the court doo-doo. But I can't. I played for 6 years. Yeah, I played for a long time.
Well, you good though.
I was a point guard. I was one of the starting point guards. Until this girl came in, but that was all right. She came in and she took over. But that's when I realized I was too short. But no, I would just say it just makes me just get prepared. Honestly, just get prepared. Come prepared. But that's really just it.
Do you feel like you receive a different energy than dude interviewers receive?
Wait, say it again.
Do you think you receive a different energy than male?
Male interviewers. Yeah, because sometimes I would definitely say it opens up the floor for, I would say I'm more open, so people will come to me easier on a carpet, I think so. And then I don't know, I wouldn't say I have the sex appeal, but I think I'm really cute, I'm gonna say that. So I think that attracts people to me, and then my energy. So I think so far a lot of my interviews have been really good. So but I can definitely see with some dude interviews, they're a little bit more nervous, or some can be more vulgar. You have some that kind of just have no filter, and I'm like, I don't want to be like that. So yeah.
That's crazy. So what was a moment where you're like, yo, this life is actually lit, doing this job?
Oh yeah. I would definitely say just granted, like, especially in Atlanta, like, there's so much happening in Atlanta. It's like, you can go to all these parties, like, if you have the link, go to the party, whatever. But it's more enjoyable because you get to meet the artists on this level. Like, we're on the same level at this point because I get to interview versus me watching you on TV, because now it's more that celebrity status. When I do it where I'm with them, it's more personal. So once I start getting that real live energy out them, and it's like, oh, well, you're not like this, you know. I did Waka. He was really cool in person. Like, you know, on TV, it's like he kind of has that standoffish energy, or he don't want to be bothered energy, but he's really like intellectual. So it was, you know, you get different things from people. So when I did that, it was really just like, okay. And I like doing this, and it's coming out good, and I'm getting great feedback. And it was like, you know what? Let's tap into it. I don't think a lot of people, like, I'll do interviews, but I vlog as well. So people really get an insight about the whole nightlife, entertainment, just Atlanta. So, yeah.
So you said you were born in Boston, right?
Yes.
When did you move down here?
It's been a year.
Oh, you just
yeah. Look, it's fresh. It's fresh. But I say, listen, I'm gonna take over real soon.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna take over. But I've been here a year, and I only been doing like the media, like real media correspondent work since August. So it's only been like 6-7 months that I've been doing the media.
Yeah.
So
what did you do before that when you first got down here?
I did enrollment for children that had autism, so I would enroll them to ABA therapy services.
Is that like what you went to college for?
No, so I went to college for marketing. And then it helps now. It worked, you know. But coming out of college, I'm like, I can't find a job that deals with marketing, and I end up in healthcare and been in healthcare for a very long time.
That's crazy. What made you leave Boston to come here?
The opportunity. In Boston, there's nothing to do in Boston. You're literally like, I go home and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go home. And now I'm like, Atlanta's home, because when I go home, there's nothing to do. And really, opportunity. I would not be doing half the things that I've been doing here if I was still in Boston. It would be like small scale. Yeah.
How different are the people?
I would say I get a lot of support here. And I'm around, I would say this is like my community. Not so much like pinpointing exactly what I'm doing, but my community of entertainers, hosts, DJs, whatever the case may be, but people in like really trying to make it. Boston is like, you get your 9 to 5, you're content, you might do a little side hustle, but that's it. Like here it's like, hey, can you, like, you just asked me to come to podcast, hey, come do the podcast. Ain't nobody, like, look at you, see what you're doing, and keep it moving. So
that's why I like Atlanta. Like this is why I try to tell people about Atlanta.
Are you from Atlanta?
Yeah. What? I'm not from Amaretta's Atlanta.
Right. Amaretta's said this is not Atlanta.
I'm not from Amaretta's Atlanta, but I'm from Atlanta. So what I like about it is if you're trying to do something, people will support it. As long as like you're not stepping on what they doing, they don't really care. Like, oh yeah, you doing it? That's lit. We'll pop out there. But I've had a lot of support in everything I've ever done in Atlanta. So. But there's some people, like Atlanta also was the like fake it till you make it capital.
Okay.
Right? Now we just scam capital.
Yeah, it's just like get it how you get it, honestly.
Exactly. Nobody really cares.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, at home it's like, no, you're not saying like they don't support, but it's like I think they don't believe you can go further. Out here it's like there's no limit on what you can do, and it's more of a community. Like it's more black people clearly out here. Boston, you got a lot of white people, so that small community of people that you do have, it's really like groupie. It can be groupie, so it's like if you don't have your group, you're not really like, and then within those groups certain people are a little bit more put on versus like my group. Like my group, we just a group of friends. Like you got the other group where they DJs and promoters, so that support is there. And I feel like they support a lot of men up there, but that's another.
You feel like they'll support?
Yeah, they don't support women like that. Like no, like a lot of just a lot of men stuff. So
that's crazy.
I stay out of it.
So being around like all of these like upper echelon, you know what I'm saying, people who have a lot of notoriety, how do you, especially dudes, how do you come off as not like a fan?
Oh yeah.
And this is my job. How do you distinguish, with your actions?
Just my attitude. Like, I'll be all smiles, and then once I kind of notice like somebody maybe flirting or going off topic, you can see it in my facial expression. My energy will change. But I'm real to it. Like, once I'm in an event and I'm working, people will see that I'm working. So I would say I don't think they really try to disturb that anyway. I honestly think it's like it may be intimidating because I don't get a lot of guys that come up to me. Like, everybody keep asking, do you date? I'm like, I just work. I work a lot, but I don't ever.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I don't ever get that little you try, because I think they respect that I'm actually working. So I don't really.
I think a lot of that too is like, I don't know, maybe it's the internet, right?
Yeah.
Like, dudes is like approaching a girl. Like, it used to be you approach people, right? But I think a lot of dudes now are just like, bro, I'm straight because I don't want to get into this thing. I'll just, if relationships develop,
and they might have something going on.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, like a lot of the times they got something going on.
Have you dated in Atlanta yet?
No.
Okay.
I would say I tried to. I tried, but
Tinder.
I'm not. Listen, I'll swipe and then I'll unmatch after it's matched. Like, conversations like, hey, unmatch. Like, you'll never ever meet me in person on Tinder. So if you see me, you'll never meet me in person. But I've tried.
So what made you download it then?
Cause I be bored sometimes.
I be
bored.
I have never like downloaded Tinder, but one night my homie, right, we were on stream and
I know people be doing that on the stream.
You said what?
I see people do that on the stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I'm like, and it's so crazy. Like that whole like online, it's insane.
It's another world.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do it. Like, I don't know. I really will not get past the, hey, how you doing? Like, it may be like, oh, what are you doing in Atlanta? Oh, I'm out here working. That, like, it's real basic. But to be honest, so I work so much, I don't give myself enough leisure time. So I don't really just go out to a bar. When I first came out here, I used to go to the club. I don't go to the club like that. So as far as like meeting someone, it's going to be very hard because half the events I go to, it's work. So you don't want to mix business and pleasure. So it's like, maybe I'll find, I met one person off there, but we ended up doing something with business. So it wasn't like we actually dated. It was really like a business. Hey, I do this. Oh, okay, I can help you out with this. So
that's crazy.
We need more meeting spots out here.
I don't think I don't like meeting people.
No?
I like being in spaces with people like over and over and then developing.
So are you single?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't plan on, how you plan on meeting somebody?
I have a lot of friend groups.
Okay.
So like those friend groups bring people around me, and then because I am very, very.
I don't like too many friend groups.
What? How you don't like friend groups, but you want to be a social? Oh,
I'm really, person? But that's the thing. I'm really a nice person. I'm really a nice person.
Okay.
I have a great personality. I could sit and talk to someone all day, but that don't mean we friends.
Okay, let me rephrase this. I have a lot of associate groups.
Okay.
I have very solid friends.
Okay.
Those friends introduce me to associates. Those associates introduce me to more associates.
Okay.
So I have a large network of people. So there is no way somebody could like pique my interest on an app. There's just no way.
Yeah, I think it's hard. Even for me, they take the pictures all left, and it's. I'm like, all right, because they might not look like this, and then people be lying too. So,
that's the other thing. Like,
might get the pool of the other ones that might not like females on there too. So I just, yeah. I'm afraid. Like, I really am afraid of dating out here. So it's whatever.
It's a group. Have you seen like some of the clips of like people's story times from this podcast?
No. Yeah.
Do you follow the TikTok?
No, I was on it yesterday, the other day. Yeah, I was on it the other day.
Were you on the TikTok or the Instagram?
I was on the TikTok.
Okay.
I was on the TikTok.
The TikTok.
Yeah, I was on the TikTok.
I post like
little clips. Yeah.
I post like more real stuff. The only reason I don't post on Instagram is because a lot of people have like, when I tag people, the network, I don't want like those stories to spill into people's lives, right?
Got you.
TikTok is a format where I could post it and the world could see it. If I tag you on Instagram and you repost it, your cousins may see it, your mom may see, because that's who you're reposting it to.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't post like the terrible stuff on.
Oh, it's
Instagram.
I don't think it's terrible. I think it's like, oh my gosh, did that really happen? Me
personally, I don't think I've ever been. Like the only like story time I could probably tell of like something like that happened to me in like 9th grade. I can't like the stuff that people be letting happen. I could never.
Yeah, no, I'm really like on my toes out here. Like between the dating, the friends, like. I mean, I guess I could mention it. I had a friend like steal $500 from me. Like we did a gig and I'm like, they're not even a friend anymore. But yeah, like
if they stole $500,
they stole $500, and it was like I worked hard for that. But you know, it was really like, oh, you don't deserve it. But it was in a sense of me like I was put in a position where it looked really good for me. Like I was doing interviews for an event.
Yeah.
They didn't like that I was doing interviews.
Why?
Exactly. Exactly. If I get further, you get further. If I get further, we get further. Why? Like this is what I do, and it was a really good implementation that I put out there.
Yeah.
And the client loved it, but my group was, you know, it was a little controversy with that. So yeah, I didn't get my little $500.
They took it.
Oh, he just never gave me my money. I never got my money.
I don't get it.
So we got paid.
He threw the event.
No, we got booked for a gig as a team.
Okay.
And he booked it. And he decided he was gonna pay everyone
except for you.
Except for me. But you brought me in on something. You know what I do. You know, listen, if I show up, I'm doing interviews.
Yeah.
If I show up, I'm doing interviews.
So he felt like you used what y'all booked and also did something else with it.
But mind you, it's a whole story. Basically, the client was not even feeling what we were doing the first day. Okay. So I mentioned it. Hey, I think we should implement some interviews. They said, we love it. Let's do it.
Was this All-Star Weekend?
No, it was another weekend. It's on my page, though.
I got to check it out. We'll talk about it. Right. So what happened All-Star Weekend?
All-Star Weekend, I did an activation for AT&T. I worked with a company called More Than a Model. Okay. So there's different things like influencer, media correspondent, whatever the case may be, being on social media, you can get yourself involved in. So More Than the Motto, they do brand activation. So it could be for All-Star Weekend. It could have been for Vovo. It could be for South by Southwest. That's in like 2 weeks. And you basically apply. I applied and I did the AT&T activation. It was an AR avatar that we were creating for each guest that would come to our activation.
So what does an activation mean?
Activation, I would just say it's a fancy word for vendor. Pretty much. Like you have different vendor tables. So AT&T may be a vendor, Reebok may be a vendor, but when you say activation, it's like on a bigger scale. So Reebok may be doing like let's say All-Star Weekend, they might have like a basketball court and whoever shoots the hoop, you get a free t-shirt or something. But it's really just a way to bring it's a way of marketing, bringing eyes on what they have going on, new technologies, maybe new products, and it's a way to do it without coming off as like a seller, I guess. So the activation had Reebok there, they had Quest there, they had what else? They had Yahoo was there. So guests would just go around and do different things. It's free to do the different activations, but you may pay like $30 for a ticket to come to the actual event. So
have you used the Oculus Quest?
No, I wanted to do it, but
I have it.
You do?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to do it, but I seen on TikTok someone was in there with their client. So and this is
you can have meetings in there.
Yeah. So I thought that was, because when I did the AR thing, I was like, you know what? Eventually, and granted they already have Quest, eventually like think of Quest, but in Quest you could pick where you want to go. So say if like South by Southwest is in Quest and you can go virtually to South by Southwest, and I'm like, if they're gonna have this in auditoriums, but like the camera will be on the seats, so you'll be able to watch a concert but you know, you have
don't give too much game.
Look,
right?
I know. I'm like, I'm like, listen.
I've been telling people that. So like recently, I think since like 2 or 3 podcasts ago, I had the idea, like when people come in here, a lot of people haven't used it yet. So I always tell people like how they could, because that's going to be the future, right? How they could apply that to like the things that they do, right? And this the podcast I had before yours was with somebody named Avery B. He put it on and he's like, as soon as it happened, he was like, yo, get me out of it. Because it's so real. Like that if you were to do it for like 2 or 3 hours, like you would take it off and almost like your brain will have to readjust to like what the real world looks like. It's crazy.
Oh wow!
It's actually very scary.
I'm excited to try it because I was going to. They were giving out free T-shirts. I was like, oh, I want to try it. Yeah. But okay, I'm gonna have to get into it.
Yeah, for sure. But what else is something about Atlanta that? Where are most of like the events that you go to? Are they based in Atlanta or do you travel to a lot of them?
Oh, okay. That's a good one. A lot of them are in Atlanta, but this year I really want to push myself in going outside of Atlanta, outside of Georgia. Okay. But like Amretta said, Atlanta, like Atlanta. That's where a lot of the events are. But yeah, so Cleveland, I was 10 hours away. Yeah. We drove there.
I can't believe y'all drove.
Yeah, we drove there. But I'm really like a strong believer. And I'm going after what I want, and regardless, it's not a red carpet, but it's still a way for me to network with people within my network. So I've met some people that say, "Oh, I do acting, and I'm a media correspondent too." I met some girl; she's a media correspondent in LA, so connected with her. I'm like, okay, so now I need to make my way to LA. So I'm excited to see what else is there.
How do you tell who? Because it's I can only imagine from your perspective. It's a filthy game. How do you know who's like fake and who's like real or genuine? I'll say.
You don't. You really don't. You really just gotta. But honestly, you do. You do. Like I can't say I didn't know I was gonna get $500 stolen from me eventually. Like you look at the people, and honestly, because I don't go out a lot, I end up with people that I've met. Oh, when I first came out here, but that doesn't necessarily mean like that's a good fit just because I met them when I first came here. That's just comfortability. So for the most part, it's really just figuring out. But like for me right now, like if I meet anyone, it's probably gonna, because I'm probably gonna get some food after this. So it's probably because I went and sat in a bar or something, or I did go to an event. But it'll never, unless we're working. I'm not getting too close, but you can tell type of time people are when you first meet them. That first 10 seconds, oh, what are you doing out here? If they can't explain why they're in Atlanta, then you already know it ain't no point. Or doing anything, you can tell they don't have nothing going on. So
are most of your interactions like random?
No, I talk to a lot of people. Okay. I could be in a nail salon. So I meant to actually, that just reminded me, I got to text this guy back. But I was in a nail salon and I was doing phone calls. And that's another thing, like kind of helping artists with marketing, like really trying to tap into that too, because I love the whole music industry. I love everything about just this entertainment world. So I was on the phone, and this guy, he's like, "Hey, what you doing?" I told him what I do. He was like, "Yeah, I couldn't help but listen to your call. I'm sorry, but I would really love to connect with you." But I'm like, "Sure," but I noticed his pedicure. He was getting like milk in his bath, so I actually asked him earlier, like, what's that for? And then he followed up with that. So I'll just talk. I don't care like who the person is. Like I'm really just outgoing, so it's not like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to you. I will talk to you, and then. Oh,
so you talk to anybody anywhere?
Yeah, I talk to anybody anywhere. Okay. Yeah, I might be a little standoffish, but give me like 10 minutes. It's like, okay, what we doing?
I'm like ultra standoffish.
Really?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Especially like in vicinities where I don't know everybody. Like I'll talk to the people I know, but other than that, like I'm straight.
Probably when I first met you, I think you was like that. It was like the rap battles and stuff.
I actually didn't like y'all's whole group. I ain't gonna lie.
I figured. He was probably like, y'all gotta move. What y'all doing? Get out the way.
Because it's like I'm so punctual with my work, and like late? Very like I am.
We was late one time,
no, not that y'all was late. It was getting the footage.
Oh yeah, you was on.
I was like, yo, listen.
Okay, so let me give the background on that.
I need to know.
Yeah, let's get on the background on that. When I first came out here, again, I was gonna do makeup.
Yeah.
I was never going to do media, like, and if I was editing a video, it was going to be my YouTube videos. That's it. So when I met the group that we actually did the rap battles with, it was more for something like I just jumped into.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I knew about turnover time. I didn't know about deliveries. I did not know about that stuff. And I wasn't in charge of it at first.
Yeah.
So, once I kind of got like, and that's the thing too, because I didn't book it, I wasn't in charge of it.
Okay.
So if I was in charge of it and me being the only female within that group, it's kind of like, you can't say too much because, niggas gonna be like, guys don't want to feel like you're overpowering, overstepping. So within that setting of getting the clips and stuff and the footage, I didn't have that at first. I didn't have that. And then I was like forcing them, like, all right, let's go back and download this and submit it and whatever the case may be. But it wasn't until like I understood what I'm out here for that so if it was like I was doing it now, I know what we're doing. I started like exporting the stuff like towards the end. I started exporting it there. Yeah. So we could just have it like this. But I'm like, if I'm not editing it, you could take the footage. Yeah. I wasn't got time for that. Don't ask me. I just got a new editor too. Don't ask me to edit nothing.
Yeah. You don't like editing?
I used to, but I'm so busy now. It's like turnaround time gonna really be slow. Yeah. Like really be slow because every weekend it's the red carpet. Beside the red carpets, it's also the different events that I'm plugging myself into, and then beside that, creating content. And I only got time to like do what I can do.
So what exactly? How do you make a living in your space?
Definitely, it's a lot of different things. The collaborations, sponsorships, definitely the sponsorships, and then just. I can't give too much because I'm not going to give too much. I'm not going to give too much only because how I'm doing it is real different. It's real different because nobody's doing what I'm doing. Like, honestly, like, yeah, you got the red carpet. I'm just showing up. But I'll tell you right now, half that stuff is not paid. It's not. You show up and you got 5 other media. It's content. But it's like, well, how do you get paid? Oh, there's a way to get paid. It's just you better make sure. What's that?
Hot commodity.
Yeah, I'm a hot commodity right now. Let's say that I'm doing something that a lot of people just don't have, and I'm not gonna.
I think I could kind of get. I'm not gonna say I could guess because there's a leg of this podcast or this entity, the people of Atlanta, that's coming. Okay, I've already said it though. Right. And so it's something that I don't see people doing a lot. So I could kind of feel. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after. I'll tell you after. No problem. Like this is But it's I would just say with anything anybody does or whatever you're good at, you just find a way to monetize it. Yeah. Like if you know, okay, this is something that no one's doing, and I know it's really lucrative. Oh yeah, do it. Monetize it. Like, but other than that, like, you got YouTube, but being consistent is going to get you paid. Yeah. Let's just say that. Being consistent will get you paid.
I guarantee, like, that's one of the things that people just don't understand. Like, because people that do stuff for like 2 weeks and then think like, oh, I didn't get nothing out of it 2 months. And like, me and my homies, we look back and we're like, I remember when I moved into this apartment because this was a content apartment.
Yeah, I was gonna say is the way it's set up. I was gonna say, is this like a content?
Well, this just happened once we did the podcast, but like the people who live here, we were all supposed to be YouTubers, right? Okay. But then some people fell off, some people didn't, some people came on board. Type that's kind of what happened. But we look back at like. We moved in here like 2018 and we look back at like what we thought was nothing and like look how far we've come. All you got to do is be consistent in whatever you do and you'll make it to.
You'll definitely get far.
Yeah. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint for sure.
Yeah. That's one thing I had to learn because I'm like, oh, I need to be, on this carpet and I want to be interviewing these people. And like, girl, you only been doing this for 6 months. Yeah. Relax. Like, and you've been, like I say to myself, you've been doing a lot in those 6 months and you I've surpassed like I've surpassed a lot of people who probably just started this too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I want to remain humble in the space I'm, doing it in, but enjoy it because there's so much more. Even just driving a car, Cleveland, I'm like, I enjoyed actually driving there because it was an experience. Like I'm gonna look back like, yo, remember that time I drove to Cleveland just to go to All-Star Weekend?
Listen, when y'all called me and said y'all were driving, I said there is no, like I didn't even, when you said that, I didn't even have my ticket yet.
Oh wow.
And I was like, I thought it, because I drove to Cleveland one time for this battle rap event.
You should have came, yeah.
Thinking about it now, like if we would have did the podcast that Wednesday.
Oh my gosh, we could have did the podcast going down there.
Yeah, I would have came with y'all if we already did the podcast, but I didn't have any like interaction with you, and my only interaction was the battle rap.
And he hated me then. Hated me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh my God, right. No, I'm really a good person. I try to be punctual, all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, I got like ADD too. I swear I do. I'm not like really diagnosed with it or ADHD, one or two, but I do so much that I do have to like write stuff down specifically to stay on track. Like we're not worrying about this today. We're gonna only worry about this. Like literally today was get my outfits for content this week and get ready for this. Literally that's all I had on my, agenda book. And then I started cleaning and I was like, no, this is not what we're doing. And if I was gonna do that, it was supposed to be like 10 o'clock this morning, not 2 o'clock when we're about to get out the house. So, no, I'm really a good person. Don't hate me.
We're good. We're good.
Look, we're good now. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot. Look, we're gonna work a lot now.
Yeah. So that's why I used to want to do stuff like that, right? But that content is like so dependent on others. Right? You have to depend on others for your content. And that's the part that I didn't like. Like, I would need a cameraman. And you got to move as a group.
You do need a cameraman.
Then you have people in your group that are like, oh boy, you know what I'm saying?
Couple old boys. Oh my gosh.
You got other stories?
I got other stories. I mean, it's so bad. It's so bad because if I mention this, what recently just happened, everybody be like, oh my gosh, you're a horrible person. But I'm really not.
You or that person?
Me.
All right, tell us. Tell me.
Should I really tell it? I'm scared because somebody will be like, why'd you tell that? But it is what it is. I'm not gonna name no names. It is what it is. But whoever knows about the story, they're gonna know. Yeah. Okay, long story short, I left somebody in Cleveland this past weekend, unfortunately. But
How did they get home?
I don't know. I think they flew home. I don't know. They found their way.
Let me tell you, that airport on Monday,
what it looked like
was gross.
That was disgusting.
The worst thing I have ever. That made me never want to travel again.
Oh really?
Never. Like I never. I need a cleanse from traveling.
I don't think I'm ever going back to Cleveland though. Like that city was just not it.
Say it again.
That city was not it.
One more time.
Oh, and the NBA need to have it in Miami next year. Like
I was saying
Utah. Yeah. Oh, Utah. Yeah. Is it hot in Utah? That sounds cold. That's is that
Utah.
Arizona.
I think Arizona? That was above Arizona.
Okay, I was close, y'all.
Yeah.
As long as it's hot.
It won't be hot.
No, they need to have it in Miami then.
Nah.
Why? That would be so lit.
Well, it would be lit, but it
was hard to go out. It was freezing. It was 19 degrees in Cleveland. So
last night it was straight though.
I didn't go out.
I know.
Yeah, I left. But I left clearly. But I mean, no. Ideally, like it wasn't like I wanted to leave him. It was just one of those. That this individual, it's not a him or her, but I'm just saying him because I just say that because I was with a few people.
Yeah.
But either way, it was just they. Yeah, let's say they. But it was to the point where it's like I went out there to work. I went out there for a reason. I paid for everything. Yeah. Like so if I asked you to come down, I didn't ask to come down for fun. I asked you to come down to record me because I want people to see this experience. I want people to understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. If you go on my YouTube, you can see my progress from when I left. Literally, I recorded from leaving Boston, packing up the pod, everything, to now and what I'm doing. You'll be like, oh my goodness, like I can't wait to see what else, So I want people to be a part of it. And they didn't come down there and do the job they were supposed to do. No, I didn't pay them, but like, anybody that works with me, you are going to be put in a position that it's going to be better than the position I even put you in. Yeah. So I never am one of those people like, oh, I did this for you. But it's like, now it's go time. Yeah. 10 hours driving and I didn't get no content. I didn't even get a picture.
What?
I didn't get a picture. And then I was told, who cares about Sheek TV? And not everybody want to hear about Sheek TV. Yes, y'all do want to hear about Sheek TV.
Was this from your group?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And
you don't know or you don't want to say?
I won't say.
Okay. So it did come from the group. All right. Yes. That's crazy.
Look at the girl with the meme like this.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and it wasn't like my call to leave. Like, granted, it was like I was driving, but someone else stepped in, was like, nah, like, because being someone of good nature and really trying to make a way, I will make a way. But I won't identify the people that are not really. They identify the opportunists. I don't identify opportunists quicker. You know, and then it ends up me leaving somebody, and I don't want to do that. Yeah. So, like you said, sooner than later, pointing out people who are good for me, for what I'm doing, for my brand, sooner than later. Because then you end up just feeling like, damn, but I don't
like
care.
The one piece of advice that I'll offer in that situation
is
you never want to give people the opportunity to be able to paint the picture in their favor.
Oh my goodness.
Because that, especially if you're deciding to burn a bridge, or a bridge is in the process of being burned, you don't want them, because a lot of people will take that and become an enemy. Oh, just because like y'all aren't cool no more doesn't make y'all enemies. So
here's the thing too, like even with that, like, and that's why I said sooner than later, because trust me, I never want this to ever happen. Yeah. But it's like, you kind of burnt your own bridge. I've been connected.
But see, here's the thing, though. The thing is, now they can paint the picture a different way to people in rooms that they may be closing doors you didn't even know were open for yourself.
Granted.
I know you.
Right. I'm like this.
Look, I know you probably don't think like, this person.
But you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Like, but I'm really, like again, I have no issue being very upfront about, well, so what happened? Oh, I could tell you. This is what happened. And they'll be like, oh, and I've told the story, because this ain't just one of those instances where it's like, oh, this just happened. No, it was like something happened. And it's like, damn, like how many chances can you give somebody? But it will come down to that point where you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. I was stuck. Like, I really was. And it was like, well, what do I do? But you know, I look back and I'm like, well, you gonna know next time you don't just bring people just because they think this is vacation. Yeah. I have not been on vacation in years. Like,
you have to.
Yeah, I do, but not yet. I'm working. This work.
Don't burn out. I'm telling you, because that
I take breaks.
Okay, you take breaks.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, breaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are those like your slow content days?
Yeah, slow content days. I'm not outside. Restart days. Like, I really will do like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday are like my Friday, Saturday, Sunday in a sense. Yeah. Everything's just a restart. I try not to, like, even right now, I'm not even on social media just for a little bit. But no, I'll restart, replan. I try not to. Like, I was gonna have a show. Like, I don't want to put too much on my plate. Let's start with one thing, and then we're gonna. But I'm learning, especially now. I'm learning because now I know what I'm doing and what direction I'm going in. Yeah. But before, I was going to the club. I was doing red carpet. I was going to the full-time job. We was doing everything, and I was like, no, we gonna focus on what we can.
So, with like what you're doing, do you still have a full-time job?
No full-time job. And not for nothing, like, I lost my job. Like, I had like 3 jobs. Anybody knows me, I like, you know the saying, you work like a Jamaican. Yeah. I had like 3-4 jobs. I hustle. Yeah. But then someone did tell me, like, hustle is not a business. It's not running a business, you know. So when I lost my job, it really just gave me more time to really focus and organize what I'm doing. And I think that's kind of how I really, literally, like, when I lost my job, that's when I got into the media. Yeah. And then that's when everything started making sense. So for those who have a job, hey, cool.
Yeah.
If I could get another, and that's the thing too, not like I wasn't trying to find another job.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to find another one. But I've been trying to find one in what I'm doing. I don't need to go back in healthcare. I don't care. Like, I would like to work for a marketing firm, but I don't really care to work for someone.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have a team. Because there's other things, like I'll be a second shooter to somebody. Like, I could shoot a camera.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'd rather work on stuff like that than, let me check you in. Let me do your makeup at the counter. No.
Yeah.
Even now, I don't even do makeup like that no more. Like, no. So.
I think that's a very good trait to have on the team, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's not fit to be the first shooter in every situation, right? Now, I feel like a lot of my fallouts have been people who had an ego to the point where they had to be the first shooter in every situation. And there are some times I would let them be first shooter in a situation that they probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But then there's times where, like, no matter how hard you try, you're not going to be the first shooter in this. And I think it bugged them. Yeah. And then that led to the downfalls of, you know what I'm saying?
So I think that's kind of similar in a sense to kind of what happened. Yeah. Because I end up having, like, because of a situation, I had to make sure, well, let me make sure I'm good on my end and have more than one shooter, two shooters. I have like 3 people I could reach out to film my content. So now I'm at a point where it's like, you may want to work with me. Like, honestly, you want to work with me. Because it's just everything. Like, beside like me being able to hold a mic, like anybody can hold a mic. It's just the energy behind it, the personality. Like, I wouldn't be damned if this person go find somebody else to work with. Do that. But the way I do what I do, I just like what I do. I don't care. I could not even have somebody work with me. But what I do, really, I enjoy it. Like, this is it.
So
I could do it on Instagram.
You said what?
I could do it on Instagram. Like, just do it on Instagram Live. Like, yeah.
So what is, like, your ideal situation? Like, what is your end goal with all of this?
My end goal, because I, like, not for nothing, I still, like, I don't do makeup, but I would like to continue to teach it. But I would like to teach it more so in the lifestyle sense of people, like, if you wake up for the day, you do your makeup and all that type of stuff, you're going to feel good, you're going to get more stuff done. So I would like to teach more so on the lifestyle and confidence side of things. But more like seminars, you know, speaking engagements, continuing to do red carpets, but definitely being more of that lead on the carpets. But, you know, and even maybe coming up with some type of, you know, the team I'm actually about to start working with now, like, we are working on more of a production type of team. So with them, I would like to even working with other people. Like, I really just like to push other people's brand. I could even just behind the scenes and help push it. But just staying within the media and, like, you know, have my show or being a part of a talk show. But yeah, like, if I'm on a talk show, I would really like it to be with some good people, real good people. So I
have an idea for some content that I want to do with the Quest.
Okay.
So I think that'd be you. I think you would be a good person for that. I literally just came up with it last night.
You got me thinking in my head with that Quest now. Like, I'll tell you off, but I'm thinking in my head, like, okay.
Like, that's how me and my homie Snipe, like, when we see things, like, our mind just, his is more in a motivational sense. So when he sees, like, somebody with a big house or a car, he gets motivated, right? He starts thinking of what I got to do to mine to elevate it to have this type of, you know what I'm saying, output, right? I'm like a person, I can take, like, a concept and say, what is the perfect thing to put around this concept for it to be the most productive, right? And that I think with both of our mindsets, we move towards like that end goal. But I love seeing, like, new stuff, especially where the world's going. People are so behind. When people think, like, this is the now, there are people who have moved on 3 steps past where y'all are. And, like, once I realized that was how people move up in the world, is getting ahead, my mind just has been working every time I see something. So when I got the Oculus, I really got it for gaming, for streaming.
Right. That's what most people get it for. And then you learn you could do so much more with it.
I put it on. And it wasn't until I found out you could watch, like, NBA games courtside.
So how did you get into, not to stop you, but how did you get into the whole streaming and the editing, like what like
I get into YouTube?
Yeah, like what drawed you into all of this?
All right. Well, so there was a content creator named Alia. He did Call of Duty content.
Okay.
Right. So at this time, like I was 17, going on 18. And my goal when I was a kid, I wanted to be a CEO of a company, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, let me do what I got to do. So when I went to high school, I didn't take team sports and weightlifting, and I didn't care about that stuff. Where's the accounting class? What business classes do y'all offer?
Okay, you was already on it.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
have to figure out how to do this so I can do it,
Right.
right? So I took like accounting in 9th grade. Now I switched schools, took business essentials and all that stuff. So then I got into Dillard's. I worked at Levi's before that though. So
Okay.
they brought me in as like a denim specialist. So like 3 weeks after I got there, there was a visit with the Dillards. The Dillards came in and they came to each section and asked the employees like, how do you think we could improve this section? And like, I'm a person who I'm very good
That's
at that.
like me. I be looking at stuff. I'm like, or even talking to people.
Yeah.
I could tell you how you can make money just by what you like doing. Okay, this is how you can make some money.
Yeah,
this is how you
sure.
could do this. You tried it this way. Yeah. Okay.
That's good. But so we had that visit, and I'm telling them like, the nobody wears loose jeans. Get more 511s in here. Y'all should get these brands. Y'all should blah blah blah. Y'all should get rid of this brand on that side because that brand over there that's in y'all's casual
Make it
section.
aesthetically like.
Yeah, those people buy those jeans, so put them over there. You know what I'm saying? And they go back in the office and the assistant manager comes out and he's like, yo, look, you just opened up Pandora's box. You're going to move through this company real quick. Blah, blah, blah. Right? So he told me that. Mind you, in my interview, our interview lasted about 90 seconds.
Okay.
And he said, I don't need to ask you nothing else. We're going to hire you. But you know what I'm saying? You were here. I was there 15 minutes early. You know what I'm saying?
Came with some creative ideas.
Based on so that happened. But then I got to the management role.
Okay.
Then I realized, oh, y'all don't want me to be here. Not the people who are getting money didn't want me to be there. The people who were supposed to be my peers that weren't like me.
Oh, of course.
Were like, no, we're not letting this happen.
No, you get. We see you moving up. No. Yeah.
So that happened, and like I was younger than all of them. Like the next youngest
and
person.
an old person hate when you doing better than them too, unfortunately, but they hate it.
Yeah, they were like mid-30s above.
Oh, yeah.
And I was 17, right? So that's when I realized like corporate America, there is people there that aren't going to based on the way I look, they are not letting me through here.
No.
So then I said, I have to do something else. So I went and got a insurance adjuster's license to do insurance so I could get a 9 to 5.
Okay.
Right? I took a crazy pay cut. Crazy.
It be like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait till y'all get into this industry.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Figure it out.
Yeah. So, I wanted to start YouTube because I used to watch Alia. He played Call of Duty. I was like, bro, I'm good at Call of Duty. I can make content. I'm entertaining. So I started like that, and then it grew into other stuff. I discovered reactions, started doing those, and then I raised enough capital to get me like PCs that could stream and 4K cameras and all of that stuff.
Set up.
Yeah. So now I can, and I don't even play games on the internet like that. I just talk or
like reactions. So you watch the reaction video to someone else playing the game.
No, I could literally make a reaction to anything.
Oh, okay.
Like it could be like a VMA performance. It could be Larry Bird highlights or something like that. It could be anything, but I could make it entertaining.
Have you done Snowfall yet?
I wanted to get into making a channel where I do reviews on
movies and shows. You should.
But I want to do it with somebody.
We could do it. We'll sit here and watch it. Look at him. No, look. Yeah,
we'll see. Because every time I try to do something with somebody, they don't take it as serious as me.
I got time. Listen, I got time.
We're gonna see.
We look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, slow day. We pick a slow day. watch a movie. I told you we can watch a movie because I got look at those my slow days.
Yeah.
But no, I only say Snowfall because the first episode of Snowfall. Did you watch Snowfall yet?
Yeah, I watched the 2 episodes this morning. I didn't think they were all that though.
That first episode, like the beginning of the first episode with what's his name? Dude that was supposed to be drafted to the Boston Celtics.
Len Bias. That was crazy.
Right.
That was crazy.
That was so. Yeah. I would like to talk more. You know, something like that. Yeah. I would talk more into that because it's like, dude didn't even he got drafted, but he didn't even get to the NBA.
Yeah.
And then you watch. I don't know. You watch it, but the way they did it.
Did you know about it before?
No, it made me actually look it up because I was like, okay, someone's drafted or something.
I thought it was so crazy when they were talking about him. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Then the dude ended up overdosing. Like I said. That was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It was fan service.
Yeah. A lot of people were like, oh my gosh, it's so disrespectful to the family. And I was like, no, it really like, not for nothing, but not only the opioid pandemic during that time, but even now, there's a lot of people overdosing on fentanyl, just drugs that they don't know nothing about, and they're young. And it's like, oh my goodness, like so stuff like that. I was watching it. That's why I asked, like, did you see that? Like, okay.
So now, but what I'm gonna get into is like, I'm gonna start streaming longer because I have what I need set in place to take care of my financial situation.
Exactly.
So now I have the ability, more time where I don't have to do what I need.
Exactly. You can do what you want.
Could expand into something else, right? So I'm gonna start streaming longer. Like I watch a lot of. What do you watch? Before I tell you what I watch, like what type of content do you watch? Obviously, like Snowfall and stuff like that.
Yeah, I watched like a lot of just entertain. Like I watched, like Snowfall. I did Ozark. I like mysterious stuff. I was doing Blacklist. Grey's Anatomy. I don't really
Black Mirror.
I think I watched it one time, but I don't. So here's the thing: I don't watch TV. Like I have a little, like even at home, I'm like I need to get a TV mounted because I have a TV sitting on my like little. It's a TV dinner tray. I have not, because I don't watch TV, and I'm like, I know I could get it hooked up, but like I bought a sewing machine versus a TV for my birthday. Like so if anything, I watch it on my laptop, but I don't watch TV.
I watch I watch stuff passively. So usually I'm like editing a podcast, editing TikToks.
Exactly. I'm working if I'm watching. Exactly.
So there's very rare times where I just sit down and watch something. But like there was a time where what happened on YouTube? Something happened. I got a strike. So I couldn't upload content for a week.
Oh gosh.
So I was like,
why'd you get the strike? Make sure I don't get
Nicki Minaj.
Look at Nicki. We can't mention you, Nicki. Look at Nicki gonna get us in trouble.
Nah, it wasn't Nicki. It was Universal, obviously.
Okay.
Or whoever she signed to. So what happened was I was watching her video on live. Now, I'm not one of them people who complain about YouTube. I understand why they do the things they do. So what they'll do is they'll send you an email that says your stream has been flagged for
content in the background.
Right. And usually I would just click off of it, right? Yeah. But like the video was 10 minutes. So like I was at like the 7-minute mark. I was like, I'll keep watching. Next thing you know, my chat is like, oh, he got clapped. And then I get the email that says they put a strike on my channel.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what? That's crazy. So yeah, I tried to appeal it. They didn't release it. The only way is if like somebody from there told them to release it. That's the only way I'm gonna get it off. But it'll be there till May 10th. So.
Oh my goodness. When did it happen? It must have just happened.
February 10th. February 10th.
Oh, it just happened.
So like Valentine's Day week, I couldn't make no content. So I was like,
well, you got TikTok.
Yeah, that's why that's where I started doing more TikToks. Yeah. And then that's when I figured out the method of making my TikToks.
Yeah, it's like the funneling. Like, are you doing it to funnel like people to your platform, or are you doing it more so for just another audience?
To grow the TikTok.
Okay.
But it also, a byproduct is that I need more people to know about the people of Atlanta.
Gotcha.
Like, so once this goes on Spotify, once this goes on Facebook, and I start doing other branches of it, right? People are already know. I heard it. Where have I heard that before? Oh, I need to be able to walk outside and say, I seen you on TikTok.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need people to like come in here, do a podcast, and make like a story of them, and people be like, "Yo, I seen that setup on TikTok."
Yeah.
So like, I don't know anybody.
Well, I'm
who
gonna
has...
record my little. Look, let me record my little one too. Because listen, I posted something on TikTok yesterday. 2 things, and they blowing up right now. They ain't blowing like high, but look at 500 views for me is that's, and I'm not on TikTok, so I'm like, all right, let's really let's really try. I'm gonna record right now just so I could be like, oh yeah, I was on.
Yeah. So now that I'm gonna start streaming and stuff a little bit more, I'll have more content to put out there. I want to have people like yes,
I just had to do it real quick.
But I want to have people come through and do stuff on my stream. Like, so.
What is the stream? Because you did say that the other night. You was like, so do you you're on Twitch streaming?
Twitch and YouTube. I stream on both at the same time.
At the same time?
Yeah.
You have 2 cameras?
Nah, my program streams to both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then on there, you're just, like...
I could do anything. Like, I could sit there and watch stuff with my chat. I've had times where we've played Truth or Drink on my stream. We've... the Let's Talk conversation thing. You'll see it. Yeah. So I ordered that box and I had some people come over. We answered those. I want to eventually get into like. I mean, I couldn't do this when I was in a relationship.
Yeah.
Well, I could if I was in a relationship with somebody who wanted to do content. Okay. But like, I want to have people come in and do like.
Is that your end goal though? Look, back to the relationship to date someone who's into creating content.
I want to date somebody who make me happy. I don't give a. The rest of it is negotiable. I don't really care as long as we can be happy together. I don't care.
I think I need someone who's interested in making content. Because I'm going to ask you to take a picture. I'm going to ask you to record me. Hey, can you do this TikTok? I mean, I'll probably be off by myself, do my own thing. But it's still like one of those things people have to be okay with.
Yeah. Okay with is one thing. You for sure got to be okay that I do it. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because you would be taking away my happiness not being okay with it. Right? But also what I've learned in my years of relationships.
Okay, yeah, right? I don't have no advice for the relationship. So.
What?
I don't date like that. I might have little flings, but I don't date. I haven't had a boyfriend like 5 years. Yeah.
The past 12 years of my life have been in 2 relationships.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, for sure. So
6 years, like each were like.
Yeah. So anyway,
maybe have some fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm so focused on my end goal that it don't like people say that like, do you feel first? I think I grew a lot in my relationships.
Yeah.
And second, like my end goal is to be married and successful.
Yeah.
So even though I dated people that I may not be dating anymore, the other half of my end goal, I've been able to focus more on it than to have like, I don't really know if I like you, but you're acting, oh, you're doing this. I'd never had to go through that like during that time. So I actually probably was better off like being in the relationship. So
you get that more now.
What you mean?
The like you, don't like you, that thing?
I don't care enough no more.
Okay.
Like if I was a kid, if I was 21 and did that, But now it's like I can peep good people. Yeah. And now it's just a lot of people are like scarred by relationships, and like I know my value in the relationship, and if
you better know your worth. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. If you see it, we could meet in the middle. Mm-hmm. But like I also have learned, because I've overstepped in a lot of my relationships. Well, I mean, like it was like 90-10.
What's overstep? Like done too much?
Like it was very lopsided, because that's who I am. Like,
oh, you do a lot.
I'm a team person. Like if I pick up the slack from my teammates, and what happens is when you date certain people that see that, then they create slack they didn't need to create.
Oh, they'll take advantage. That's all of it.
So
yeah.
With that happening now, at least you have to at least come to the middle for me to even quit. And I'm not even going to second guess past that. So
yeah,
but
that's where I'm at.
So
not second guessing. I don't want to have to say things more than once. Mm-hmm. So I'm better off by myself.
Yeah. I don't think I'm better. I think I would be better off in a relationship with somebody who had the same mind as me. because two people working on something is always better.
Yeah.
So
a little focus. Yeah, I would say that. Like that's my thing. Like if I am talking to someone, I would say I don't talk to people, but they are like artists. They're working on something. So you know, that time where it's like that people don't understand when you're hella busy. Like I've had like I haven't like dated, but I've come across like maybe one person in the time of being out here where they didn't like that I was on my phone. They like on the phone, you're on your phone too much. I have to be on my phone. This is my job. Between, you know, reaching back out to my team or answering an email, whatever the case may be, it's like I have to be on my phone. But they didn't understand that versus like someone who like maybe an artist in the studio all the time. And it's like, well, you might have time to call me in the 10 minutes that you had and then I won't speak to you until maybe tomorrow because by tomorrow I may be working. Oh, they calling you.
All right. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, for the most part, like, like someone has to be able to understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and also understand. Okay, let's take a break too, because I work a lot.
Yeah. I think now, like, I'm a very dedicated person, so like, and my job allows me to still be attentive. So like, I could be on stream and. Like if I'm reacting to a video, because I do like a lot of my videos live, right? So I'm live while I'm recording. So my chat will be on the screen and stuff. So I'll go through the motions, but most of my videos, the longest ones are like 40, 50 minutes. But most of them are around between like 10 to 20 minutes. So like after that, man, I could text you, I could say, yo, bro, my girlfriend just asked me, blah, 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 text, and I'm able to go back to work after that.
Yeah.
Like, that's why, but now that there's nobody, but I be forgetting.
There's nobody, y'all.
When I stream, I be forgetting I got a phone. Like I literally, and then I have my phone set to like when I start streaming, focus on here.
Yeah, you put your phone in focus. Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
And it literally, my mom and my dad is the only people who can reach me.
I'm not doing it for nobody, but yeah, I've been doing the focus thing. Like on the carpet, I won't have my phone. Like clearly, I won't have my phone.
Yeah.
But I don't like. I'm on my phone because I have to work, but especially when I'm working, I'm not on my phone. But I'll come back to it. But I rather not. I don't care to be on my phone when I'm working though. Like y'all gonna understand I'm working. Like y'all gonna listen. Wait for me when I get home at night. I may not go to the after party, but I'm gonna come home because sometimes I go to after party. If I don't go to after party, hey. If I do go to after party, meet me at the after party.
Yeah.
But
I think your job is a little bit different because you got to be focused, right? Yeah. Mine is like somebody calling me.
Yeah, you could be distracted. You could do a little.
Yeah, somebody calling me could be content. So like yesterday, I was talking to my chat and I got done with the video and then I go to read my chat and they're talking about, I prefer hard shell tacos. I'm like, so I start arguing. Yeah, I start arguing with my chat. Exactly. Yes. I'm arguing with my chat. I'm like, let me call Simba real quick. I call Simba, you know what I'm saying? I put her on speaker, they could hear her. I was like, Simba, listen, do you prefer, if you go to somebody's house and they say it's taco night, are you expecting to see soft shell or hard shell? And she was like, what's the ethnicity of the person? Like, that becomes content.
Why?
Right?
So what was the ethnicity for the
she said,
hard taco?
She said white people use
hard shell
and Hispanics use soft shell. Then I called my homie Broadband. I was like, yo, Broadband, when you go to somebody's house and because I don't want to hurt anybody's career, sometimes I have to let people know like, hey, you're on stream because if somebody clips this what you said lives forever. Right.
Listen.
So I asked him, because when Simba said, it depends on ethnicity, I was like, well, hey, you're on a stream. Before you say whatever you about to say, you know what I'm saying?
Be mindful of what you say.
Yeah. So I called Broadband. I was like, look, hey, you're on stream, but, and then he said, the first question he asked, he was like, so what is the race of the person? He asked the same thing, but he said black people use hard shell.
Yeah, black people do use hard shell too. My grandma, when she would make them, she would get both. But it was like, why are you even getting the hard shell? Yeah. Like, we want the soft shell.
Yeah, so that but my phone can turn into content. There's times people call me and Holla, you trying to go out tonight? And people in my chat was like, no, you said you was going to watch another video. But now it's interaction for everybody to see. But your job, obviously.
Unless I'm vlogging. I'll get on the phone. I have my friends on the phone. Like, I'll be like, hey, y'all, say hi to the vlog. Like, unless I'm vlogging. But when we get there, when I get the 2 phones, when I up there, I got my 2 phones. And then it's like, whoever needs to text, you can text me on this phone.
You know you can get your one phone split into 2?
How?
I think you have to reach out to your provider. Only iPhones can do it, I think.
Oh, really?
And you can get it to where and it just show which number people are calling you from. But you can split your one phone into 2 phones.
No, I need like 2 phones for like content.
What you mean?
Like one phone's not enough for content. Like between the recording, editing, but just videos and pictures on one phone.
So you record your stuff on your phone?
No, I have a camera, but there are some stuff. So like TikTok stuff, I'll probably record on my phone, like quick stuff, because I'm gonna do quick stuff. I'm not gonna do like the whole detailed videos. So I'm actually revamping my Instagram too now, because I want it to be more clean. But a lot of stuff I won't put on Instagram. So I may do a recap of the event, but it may not go on Instagram. It'll be on TikTok. The whole event, like the actual video, may be on YouTube, and then the interview from that event will be on Instagram. Like, I don't want to oversaturate my page because I feel like too much be happening. But it's also like, well, I'm gonna fill this phone up real quick. I record like 5 snippets today in HD and HD 4K. That takes up more storage on your phone.
What storage you got?
At this point, I need a new phone. I don't even know.
Really?
I need a new phone.
Max. I have like
what do you have?
YouTube videos on here.
What's that?
Which one? The 11.
Oh, how many?
Let me see. I think I got.
I know I got like. Is it 16? Maybe 16 gigabyte. It might even be 16 gigabyte. I think I need like 28 next time.
No. You need way more than that.
Oh, more than 28?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my software. God. Yeah, because I do like export, so I will export like my full recap videos that I put on Instagram, like on IGTV. I'll put those on this, and then we go from there. But
I think it might say it on the back of my phone. No, they used to say it on the back. I don't know how to check it now.
I think, it's in general.
256 gigs.
Where'd you find that at?
It's in general about. I just looked over it. Like, I just didn't see it. It's right here. And I still have 100 gigabytes left.
Where'd you go? General about. Oh, general about.
Hold up, you just passed it. Right there. 64 gigs. You got 5 gigs left. Yeah, so you just need to update. I got 256. And I think I'm going to get like the 560 something next.
Yeah, I'm going to get I've had this phone for about, this will be year 3.
Yeah.
So I am planning on getting another phone. But
you got iCloud backup?
Yeah, but I delete it. I don't really care for it. Like,
the reason it's good though is because it will store your videos in the cloud, so they take the storage off your phone. So that's why sometimes, like, when I pull up a video, like, it'll have to re-download it so I can watch it, but like it'll store it in the cloud so it'll take the.
Oh yeah. It will do that. It does that sometimes with the pictures too. Like, it'll store it in the cloud, but. What I've tried to do too is move everything from my phone and put it in a folder on my external drive. So I've done that too, but I end up breaking my external drive, losing half my content on there one time.
I have like 4 of them. I have like 30 terabytes worth of stuff. Really? Yeah, since I started YouTube.
Yeah, I have the first one I had, and that broke. Then the second one I had lasted me up until this past summer. I had so many. I had 2 Chainz event on there. I had Metro Boomin's event on there. I had all these events. All of them lost everything. This is when I first started getting started.
Dang.
So the stuff people are saying, like, even now, it's like, I may have been holding on to it for a few weeks too, but it's also like it's real fresh. It's real new. No, the stuff I like first started with, like, oh my gosh, it was great content, and I lost it all. I had Jada on one, like, real personal, because some of the vlogs are real personal. So I could do the interviews and be like this, have the mic, or I'll have the vlog and it's real, just like cool, like, hey y'all, just say hi type of vibe, like home video type thing. So I had a lot of that on there too. Mulatto jumped on mine one time, like, she just got on the camera. I was like, okay, and lost it all. So I am trying to just make sure, like, I am crossing my T's and making sure everything is in the right place.
Your mind, like, once it's full, I'll store it away, then buy another one. So, like, I had to buy a external hard drive just for, like, the People of Atlanta podcast.
Okay.
Because these podcasts be, like, 30 gigabytes.
Yeah.
So, like, it chewed through my other one quick. Plus, it's, like, once I import it into Final Cut, my Final Cut file is on my hard drive, too.
Oh,
so,
wow.
The video.
Oh, so that it doesn't take up on your computer.
Exactly. So like it's like the video is on my hard drive 3 times. It's the raw version, the Final Cut file, and the actual video. So
damn.
I had to buy 5, and they got them.
So do you do a lot of your you put a lot of your programs on your external?
I only put Final Cut on my. I only put Final Cut on my external hard drive and the videos on it.
You might need to send me that.
I have the login, so I could I would just need your laptop to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen.
I have Premiere, but
Apple, I need Premiere.
Okay, yeah, I have Premiere.
I need that because it's easier to edit 360 videos in Premiere. I looked up last night.
Oh, really?
So I need Premiere, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, I could put it on my PC. You know?
I've finessed Premiere, Adobe. I have so basically you pay like $50 a month or you pay $30 a month. I paid the $30 a month because I'm considered still like a student.
Yeah.
But I like created like a fake school schedule and submitted it. And
you have to submit your school schedule?
Yeah. So I asked my friend's sister like, hey, can I get your school schedule? She sent it to me. I changed the name on there.
See, Apple, all you got to do is use your student email. So that's the only reason I renew it.
But they may say, so that's the thing. I don't have access to my student email anymore. My
all you
college
gotta do is
email.
call your school and tell them to reset the password.
Oh, really? So you can get access?
Yeah, you have the access never goes
forever.
away. It's just resetting your password every year.
Okay. I'll have to do that.
You know
because I'm still alumni. I graduated.
Quick question though. All right, gotta ask this. Do you watch anime?
It depends. I used to a lot. Like I like Sailor Moon. I like Pokemon. Like Naruto. I used to watch all that stuff, but I don't no more.
Because that's the answer I was looking for when I asked what content do you watch.
Okay,
you know
yeah.
I mean, I watch everything, but I think people who watch anime, I have learned at an older age, right? They have like a certain grounding to them that keeps them like a good person, right? Because people who don't, I can see the stark difference between the people in my life that don't watch anime and now that I've gotten back into anime, because I feel like...
So would you say just anime or cartoons in general?
No, just anime.
Oh, okay.
Because cartoons is just cartoons. Anime is more message driven.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has a story behind it. Yeah, it's a story behind it.
So that was the last question. Till we get to the part where we look, this is the part of the podcast where all the clips come from.
Okay, right? It's okay. So, look it, hit it. I'm ready for them.
Give me your worst date story.
Oh, my worst date story. I mean, oh my goodness! Look at this. It's like, okay, I'll give one. I guess this. I feel like I have a lot, but I'll just give this one. I feel like I have a lot, but
I mean, you can give the ones that are prominent. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to think of, the prominent ones, but I haven't been on a date so long. I would just say one of them was like this guy picked me up. Okay, but I won't say that one because that wasn't really a date. It was like a trip with an ex, and it went left. Oh, it was so bad.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he was cheating. I mean, that was pretty bad. Okay, so I thought he was cheating. I saw he was cheating. I think he was cheating, but I am a lot too. And we went to Miami. And I think we had broke up already too prior to us going. Yeah. Then he gave me money when we was out there, so I thought we was good. I'm like, okay, we good. But then like the last day, we both flew in to back home. We both flew in different flights. Yeah. But at the same time we flew in, he wasn't trying to give me a ride home. Why you not trying to give me a ride home? I don't understand why you're not trying to give me a ride home, and I have to get an Uber from the airport, but you're supposed to be my boyfriend, so I'm confused. Oh, I don't know if my friend gonna drop me off. So when I got my bags out the trunk, the bags started moving around in the trunk. So his little gift bag spilled out, and it was a pink hat and a pink shirt he was bringing back home. Your mother don't live here. I think his mother was in North Carolina something
Say
at the time.
mother again.
Mother.
Okay, yeah.
Mother don't live here. His mother don't live here. His sister, unfortunately, she a dyke. I don't know if I could use that word. I don't know the right terminology sometimes. But she was dyke.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this pink hat and shirt for?
His sister can't wear pink?
No. His sister dressed like a boy. So I was so confused.
I got a pink shirt. I had a pink shirt.
No, this was like too matchy. Like, you wasn't even trying to bring me home. Then he broke up with me as soon as, like, literally as soon as I got dropped off, he broke up with me. He said, this is too much. He texted me like, this is too much. I can't deal with this no more. So I must have been right, because this was literally right after. I was like, what the hell is this? All right, we're in the house. Then he texted me. Other than that,
did y'all talk after that at all?
No, like now we're still good friends, but like his excuse, no, they using your head. You was in your head. No, I don't think I was in my head, because
did he ever answer to who the stuff was for?
No, and I think a couple weeks later, when I was still dealing with him, I pulled up and I seen the little girl outside the house, and she had a pink hat on, and I know it was that hat. I know it was that hat. I used to do stuff like that, do pop-ups and drive-bys. Like,
You're one of those?
I was one of those.
Oh.
I was one of those. I don't do it no more. That's
what everybody says.
No, I'm not. I don't have the energy. I know my worth now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't got time for that.
Bro, listen. All right.
It used to be fun.
That's
though.
my biggest fear, right? I've been blessed enough, you know what I'm saying? And this is why my exes are my niggas, right?
As long as you're not sneaky.
Well, yeah, true. But like, I've never had somebody to do some, but I'm also like, there's not anybody around me that won't tell you, like, there's people who I know who have friends that they grew up with that will tell you, I'm the most trustworthy person.
But here's the thing, when it comes down to it, because me too, I'm real loyal. Like, especially in relationships, it's real hard for me to lie. I can lie on spot for other things, but relationships, it's like I really take in consideration of people's feelings. So, I mean, unless you're in communication, ideally, that's what I'm gonna say. The biggest thing is communication. Like, it'll be like I'm writing and you're not responding, and it's like 2 days now and you're still not responding. I'm popping up. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
you
not
good?
responding for 2 days.
Like, come on. Like, it'll be stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna stop talking to you. But that's my biggest thing now. If like we're talking and I'm noticing that like you start having gaps, like I might text you something, you're not texting back for a few hours, and I let it ride now. Like, not now, I really let it ride, because when they finally do text me, I'm like, well, I haven't heard from you in about 3 months.
3 months?
A couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
And these are people like you're talking to?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't, like, before.
Oh, yeah.
But I would say, because that's the thing, talking to her, you know, people, I would say, maybe try to talk to, like, okay, let's try something, and then I'll notice, oh, this is a red flag.
I mean, not really, but for their defense, all right? Now, granted, most niggas
I've
are
had people
trash.
stand me up. Oh, Valentine's Day, I was stood up on Valentine's Day.
This one?
Oh, yeah. Somebody, I was going through something, I just had so much going on, I fell asleep.
There was another girl. Anyway, past that.
Hello, I already know that. I know that. Trust me.
Get them up out of here. Anyway, I will admit, most dudes are trash. You know what I'm saying? And guys, I got y'all. Most women, trash too. Anyway.
They are. Listen, they are.
Yeah.
I ain't got no substance to them. Shit.
Yeah, bro. Look, so if we are not dating and talking, like, until we get to a point where we make each other mutually a priority and decide, because if we get to the point where you expect me to text you every day, there is a certain level of exclusivity that comes with that, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you're dating and we're just a thing, but I'm not.
Well, that case, I'm not expecting you to text me every day. Yeah. This is like actually my boyfriend. Like, he was my boyfriend.
Okay, but not even him. Like the people who you say like, they take 3 weeks.
No, it's those are like mental notes, and it's not even like
that's not a red flag though.
So it's a red flag when it comes down to like Like, especially like kind of recent. And I'm talking in recent because I don't really be out there. But in recent, like you got holidays, like you got Christmas, you got New Year's, you got Valentine's Day. Like these are kind of like prominent times to what you up to. And I have family in Atlanta, but I live by myself.
Yeah.
So, no, good morning. How's your day? What you got going on this weekend? Oh, on Valentine's Day, I get what. My friends, shout out to my friends. They said Happy Valentine's Day to me. Niggas, I had 2 niggas say, "Oh, I forgot what day it is."
That's cap.
Come on.
That's cap.
Fuck you on social media. That's all you're gonna see for the next 5 days, regardless. Before and after.
And Valentine's Day stuff started on Friday. Valentine's Day was Monday.
Valentine's Day was in January.
Who are you fooling?
Listen. So now, like, but before, again, like, and that goes into knowing my worth, like, a lot of it, like, I've grown so much as a person and understanding who I am, understanding the beauty of who I am. Yeah. It's like, I'm not as accessible as I was before. Like, you know, Nikki said, new body, this new body. Like, I really not on that type of time. Like I'll give, like I said, giving people chance after chance after chance to prove themselves, whether we talking, just dating, whatever. Now it's like you can't get close to me.
How do you prove yourself?
I know what I could provide.
Like, but they know what they can provide. But how do you prove that?
But who? I don't think they do know what they can provide. A lot of men don't know what they can provide. A lot of men think it's always monetary.
Okay, true. Yes, 100%. But again, same question. How? Cause you did the thing girls do. Then dodge the question. You know what I'm saying? Deflect blame.
The first is making time.
Okay.
Like my time is really precious. So if I make time for you, like I will be like even like around Valentine's, I was supposed to go out. Oh, I'm waiting. I'm texting the person. They ain't even fucking responding. I'm like, okay. Because I sat here, like I didn't even go home. I was at a friend's house and I waited at the friend's house to figure out what we were doing. But even that, like I'm stopping. I could be editing a video. Yep. I could be finding somebody else to go do an interview with. Like I could be creating a reel or whatever type of content.
I understand.
You know, so it's like time.
That happened to me though. Somebody, well, I don't want to put too much information out here. But
I done laid it on the table.
Look, I'll put it this way. And this goes with not relationships, friendships, anything.
Yeah.
If we make a plan and you renege on that plan, I am never making another plan with you.
What's your sign?
Until you, what do you mean?
What's your sign?
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Giving Capricorn vibes.
Definitely not.
Gemini.
Yes.
I'm probably all louder than speaker. Oh my goodness. See, I was yeah, okay.
But
to an extent, y'all, because y'all be probably mad for a few and then y'all get over it. I'm a Leo,
I'm not gonna hold. Look, I'm not mad at you, but it's like how you said I made time. You're gonna get one shot because here's the thing: if I want to try, you could add. Nobody has ever had to give me a second chance for nothing. Friendships, relationships, co-worker. I never needed a second chance.
Because but you know the type of person you are.
Yeah.
Like me, I might overdo it. And
what you mean?
Like I may show you how much, I appreciate someone. Like I may overdo it. So it could, like I'll cook. Clean, not for nothing. Like I cook. Like my grandma taught me how to cook. Like this ain't just I'm popping something. No, this is like I'm gonna grab all the ingredients.
No Alfredo.
We could make that from scratch. Like we ain't getting the
okay.
And if I do get the sauce, that's a quick dinner type thing. Yeah. I'm saying like I will really like cook and set it up. Like if I was really dating someone, let's say Valentine's Day, you know how the guys are supposed. And my friends say I need to, like I'm tapping into my feminine energy, so I have to allow the men to do it for me. But I'll be the one that's like, oh, let me do the rose petals, let me decorate the house, when you come home, it's a whole thing.
No,
like
don't listen to your friends. Stop. Don't listen to.
No, we can't go too. We can't go too far into it.
No, here's the thing. The reason you don't listen to your friends is because you're going to come across somebody who appreciate that. Like, and I had to tell my mom this because my mom is like, once I tell my mom we don't date no more, it's no turning back.
Oh, yeah. That's my mom.
I play close to the vest. You know what I'm saying? All right, we've been not together for a month. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We're still
figuring it out. Yeah.
But like my mom's going to know like 8 months later, right? And she's going to want to know why. And that is going to take me even longer. And if I get to telling her why we broke up, it's over with. It's done. So my mom, I told her one thing that relationships have taught me. The red flags for somebody who should be with me, right? And one of the red flags is anybody who says I'm too competitive, I can't date you. Right? Because what that translated to is the same way I'm competitive when I play Uno and spades at house, the little kickbacks, is the same competitiveness that leads me to be successful in
your relationship.
No. Oh. In life.
Okay,
right?
okay.
And it's the same competitiveness I have for my relationship. And that's why I told my mom, I said, listen, I want to be in a relationship with somebody who, all right, my birthday was pretty lit. Wait till your birthday. I got you.
Okay, that's energy.
But if you listen to your friends and say, let the dude take care of that.
Well, for now, because it's like I'll meet like I said, I look at the good. I look at the good in people a little bit too soon. So like once I talk to someone, it's like, oh well, you're looking to date. Well, I'm gonna take those steps into dating, and I'm going to practice them. So it's like you can meet someone and they'll come off at first all into it. Give it 2 weeks. Oh, when you call, it's a problem. I'm always busy. You're not even giving me the opportunity to deliver now at this point. And then it's like, and I'm competitive, so I'll be like, well, let me try harder. Let me try this way. Then eventually when you're like that, it don't always work out.
All I needed was 2 5-year relationships of non-competitiveness for me to say, I'm not competing. I'm not competing until we both agree this is a race.
Right. So exactly. Yeah. So exactly. Like now I'm like, I'll do it, but it's like, I need to see, like, not for nothing. This guy, he wants to date me. I won't say we're dating because he wants to date me. I won't say I don't want to date him, but it's like, you kind of just show me something. First thing first, you never invite somebody to your house. I've invited him to my house. You ain't bring no snacks. You ain't asked if I want no snacks. You ain't asked if I want no food. You just showing up. I may have not eaten all day.
Yeah.
You want anything? You need anything?
You know what's dangerous about this is what I've learned is I told myself this last week. I can't date somebody who has low expectations because listen. I linked up with this one person. And I can tell when I start talking, and I've fallen out with friends because the way I carry myself,
no substance.
The people that they date or the people that they're friends with pick up on it and they gravitate towards me and they feel a way about it, right? And I never knew this while I was getting this energy from people. But then I start to realize like, that's what it is, right? The reason I can't date somebody with low expectations is one, if you have low expectations, you are going to try to overcompensate so much and to the point where it's uncomfortable. Like I'm talking about very like calm down type of uncomfortable, right? And the other thing is if you have low expectations, you don't understand the value of things, right? You don't understand the value of what I'm doing. Because you were willing to accept this. Yeah. Right?
So, and that's why I'm like, gotta like, you can't accept everything. And as much as this person's so nice, you're really nice. Like, you're really nice. But what else do you got to you? Yeah. Like, you want me to, we went on one date. We did go on a date. But I found the place to go on the date. Oh, I'm not from out here. And at the time, the person did live out here, but they ended up moving out here. Oh, I'm not from out here. I didn't know. I'm not from out here either. I went on TikTok. I went on TikTok and found a space to go on a date. And it was really cool. But it was just like, I got to do it all still. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
That's why, look, after I told myself, if I have to do it all, I'm doing it all for me. All right? That's where we're at.
We're dating ourselves, 2022.
That's where I'm at right now with like the dating thing. Cause it's like, bro, like I am too beneficial to people to receive the not benefits I've received from people. And I'm a type of person, like if you do something for me, like my homies who have got me in certain rooms, I'm gonna make sure there's something that I do back to. And I don't even like talking to people. Like, I'm around YouTubers who were up there, right?
Yeah.
I don't even like asking, like, until I know there's something that I can offer you back.
Gotcha.
Right? So the ones that I'm the closest with is someone that I found like a connection that I could give, because I don't even want to be in a space to take without being able to give from you. Right? So yeah, it's unfortunate, but I told myself I almost, you know what I'm saying? My toe touched the street and I was like, yeah.
Oh, you was almost out there?
I was never going to be that person.
Okay.
Like, and I think a lot of girls I dated they bet on that. Like, you're too good of it. You're never gonna mess up. Like, you're never gonna do that. So I really don't gotta. That's how I felt. That is what I felt like by the treatment. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
you gotta weave them out. Like, I don't know. That's really it. But you gotta weave them out. But like, again, I'm like, jump in, let's do it. Like, I ain't never been on a vacation before, so it's like, yeah, we gonna wait. I
think that's how I ruined my last relationship, though.
Oh, the vacation?
Yeah, vacation.
Why?
So
she didn't appreciate it. Clearly, you got girls like me that ain't been on one, so it's like
we started talking in like 2 months. I don't even. I can't.
No, okay. I want to hear it.
I can give you the timeline.
Okay,
people are gonna, you know what I'm saying, put 2 and 2 together.
I don't know.
What happened was, we linked up, you know what I'm saying? But it was kind of I was in this space I am now, but since I knew you from before I reached this space, right? Because we had dated before.
Gotcha.
So because of that, you were able to get through a door that I closed, right? And we started talking, you know what I'm saying? So we started talking in like around Thanksgiving. By Valentine's Day
week. Valentine's Day or last Valentine's Day?
No, this was before our relationship.
Okay.
Right? So by Valentine's Day, I was like, I'm a person, I travel a lot. And I'm like, if I'm a travel and me and you were, I'm going to just bring you with me.
I did get asked to go on a trip. I will say that.
Oh, so you know what I'm saying?
You know.
So, and she told me later on that she thought I was joking, right? I was like, oh, we're going to go to Vegas, because I went to Vegas with my cousin, and I went to Vegas another time. I love Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas.
Like, and then I wanted my friends to experience Vegas too, because they never been. So I'm like, all right, bro, it's not as expensive as y'all think it is, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't want to stay in this place, it's way cheaper to stay here. We don't got to
walk over down to the other stuff.
Exactly. So I'm like, I'm going to book our vacation, you know what I'm saying? Taxes hit. Book our vacation.
Oh, he used the tax money too?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and I booked, like, this is why I have bad people in my life, right? Or I had, because I booked everybody's stuff. And then I was like, because they didn't have it. But I'd rather you just pay me back over the course of time than for you to not be able to book it later.
Yeah.
Or the price go up and now you got to.
Yeah, and then it's like, now you really can't go. So that's me.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
So I booked the trip, you know what I'm saying? But I think that expectation.
You set it too high?
I set it. And this is why I say people who have low expectations.
So did you expect her to like did you expect her to plan a trip for y'all type of thing? Or did you just expect her to enjoy it?
We were going to enjoy the time.
So she didn't enjoy it?
No, she did. But what I'm saying, you didn't understand how impactful of a thing this was, that because your expectations were low. So it's hard for you to see the value in what I was doing for you because you had low expectations, right? So
so when it happened, so what was the outcome?
It was perfect. It was good.
It was good.
I just think I set a standard and that standard was kept. But if you don't know if I gave you a pair of shoes,
like the appreciation of it after. Yeah.
So if I gave you So if I gave you a pair of shoes that was what's a high end brand? Balenciaga. I gave you a pair of Balenciaga shoes, but you didn't know. If I were to go give somebody Balenciaga shoes that didn't know what Balenciagas were, they'll probably wear them outside. You know what I'm saying? Go hoop in them. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know.
Right.
Their expectation is I use a shoe to go play. That's
play
their
basketball.
expectation, right? But when you get certain things, if you know the value of it, you respond differently. And that response was never triggered anywhere
Throughout the relationship.
Instead of making sure that you understand the value.
Was it triggered during sex?
Listen.
No.
I don't
If you gotta pause that long.
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, was the sex good? Sometimes the sex is good because it's like, damn, I would, like, honestly, not for nothing. I'm gonna make sure the sex is good if I know my man is doing right.
I don't want to put.
It's gonna be good. You can have sex. Anybody can have sex. Like, but
Look, okay, so.
And they say that. They say don't use like your pussy as leverage, all that. I get that.
Here's the thing, all right? I remember.
Shit, you treat.
I remember we went on a date, right? And she told me, like, I'm not, okay, look, first, listen. I'll put it this way. There's a lot of women who have never experienced orgasms, right?
Okay.
Our relationships was the beginning, all right?
Okay.
So that was your question, right? So how was it?
Yeah.
It was good for the person.
Okay.
But again, the same thing. Like I would.
It just wasn't reflecting.
You would expect, like, dang.
That shit, yeah.
So,
it was good, but it just wasn't like, all right, you hitting me out the park type shit. I get you.
Listen.
I mean,
I did a podcast on peer to peer, and they asked me the 5 things that I look for in a female. So I said, like, you got to be a critical thinker. You got to be ambitious. What was the other one? You got to be ambitious. And 2 other things. And the 5th one, I said, you have to be, all right? You have to be excited about the art of being good at sucking dick. You have to. Because, and then listen.
I wasn't expecting that.
They asked me, and it was like, wow, that's in your top 5? So I asked them, I said, look, have you ever been in a relationship with somebody who don't do it? That's why you don't understand how important it is, right? And it's just reciprocation.
It ain't even about who don't do it. They all do it. They all do it. It's about who they want to do it for. That's the reality. Like, they all do it.
No, you'll be surprised.
I probably would be surprised.
A lot of people, but see, here's the thing. I'll put it like this. Girls, people who are bare minimum people will do the things they have to do to keep their relationship. But since I'm a person who is like, if that's not what you're comfortable doing, I'm not going to force you to do it. People also take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Right? So when you say everybody does it, they all do it because
they're trying to keep it going.
Yeah, they are doing what is a necessity. Like, for example, like I've talked to girls who are like, yeah, or girls who I've dated. In other relationships they've been in, they're like, I had to drive over here. He made me do this. But then when you were in a relationship with me, you never even used your car.
Hello, come pick me up.
So, like, when that stuff was happening, it's because I don't require it. Because it's like, I give people the benefit of the doubt too much. Yeah.
That's it. You showing up as the man.
Yeah, so.
Like, honestly, I work with a lot of guys, and not for nothing. No, I'm not fucking, like, just so y'all know, anybody I'm working with, I ain't fucking them. But not for nothing, I like to treat those relationships as actual relationships, not like the side of
the other stuff.
Yeah, the other stuff, all that, but more of how you treat me.
Yeah.
You know, like, y'all, I drive, like, my team, when I had a team, because I won't say I have a team anymore, but my team, when I had one, I drove everywhere. I picked everybody up. And these are all niggas. All niggas.
To the point where, like, we would go out and party, and, like, I always had to. So I was never. Now, granted, I'm a person you will never know I'm intoxicated, inebriated, nothing. You can't tell because I be keeping my composure.
Yeah,
right?
You gotta, especially outside.
But even if I wanted to, I couldn't because I always drove. Like, my birthday drove, your birthday drove. I always drive.
Oh, she wasn't like, I'll take over. Yeah, I do a little too much. But I'm learning there's a balance. And I won't say it's too much now. But now it's like, okay, there's a balance because you know what you know the expectation now. Like now I know the expectation. I've dated enough men to be like, okay, I get it now. And I've settled with a few. Oh, I like you because you're fine and all this, but that shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Like all that appearance, no, I mean nothing. Like I like a nice, clean man.
Yeah.
But like I'd rather someone with real substance, someone that sees like. So anybody that dates me, they're going to step in and say, well, let me help you figure out how to relax your feet.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I had someone wanting to like get me a maid to clean my house one day. Like my house is a mess right now.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm always working. But that's something like I wouldn't even thought of. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you want to give me? I clean my own house. I can't clean my own house.
Yeah.
But it's like that helps. Like, thank you, because now I can go. Don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. and clean up so I can stay on a
Yeah.
content schedule or something. So
like I'm talking about not.
Yeah.
It was we were. I don't want to, because I've had a conversation with them and they asked me like, why did you hate our relationship? I didn't hate. I never. That's why I don't like telling the stories, because like I don't like people that I look at as good people in my life, right?
yeah, and pointing out
and
the negative.
paint them as a villain. But at the end of the day, I have a podcast. I have to give people this information so they don't go down the road
Exactly.
of that. And I don't want to say mistake, because we can admit there were things on my part that probably could have prevented this from going down. Either us breaking up or me.
Yeah, sometimes it really
like,
is just okay, let me just break up this person so I'm not feeling like
Exactly.
I'm doing too much at this point.
I told my mom, right? I said, there's no reason. Girls would tell me like, I think you could get a better. I think a lot of
You can get a what?
Look, I think
Look,
a lot of the
you-
insecurity or like a lot of the things came from, they would say like, I feel like you can get a better girlfriend than me. But my thing is like, I would never say that.
See,
because-
that's the thing. You got to look at the girls. So granted, even with you, because you're going to come in as Superman. But then you're also going to have those girls that want to just be taken care of too. But a lot of those girls that just kind of want to be taken care of, they insecure. So a lot of them that will sit back and kind of let shit roll, they kind of insecure. Like for someone to say that, that's a red flag for you to be like, okay, well, you're insecure.
Yeah, but see, I didn't know that. And what I would tell people is, I would never say that, because instead of me believing you can get a better dude, I'm gonna become
a better dude.
And that's the arguments we have. Like, why do you say I could get a better? Why don't you just become a better girlfriend? If you cared about me, right, like you say you do, then you would be a better girlfriend. But clearly, there is some disconnect between.
But it's not even about her being a better girlfriend. It's about y'all compatibility now at that point. It's not even about being her. Like, oh, like say she lazy, right? She lazy. She don't get up till 4 o'clock, right? But you get up, and this is for men too, because especially for me, I date men. Listen, if you're waking up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I wake up at 7 o'clock. Like, I'm functioned to wake up at
What
7
time you go to
o'clock.
sleep,
What? 12, 1.
Okay.
Like, I go to sleep late. Like, I may, like, fall asleep real quick at 9, but I'll still, like, wake up, may do something real quick, go back. I'll still wake up at 7.
Yeah.
So, the other day, I woke up at 3 in the morning, went to bed at 5, woke up at 9. Like, so, anyway, I will notice, like, in that pattern of a man that I'm talking to, or let's say they have their 9 to 5, but after work, they go straight home.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with going straight home, but I go to the gym. I work out.
Yeah.
So do you work out? Do you do some type of meditation? Like, are you lazy when you say you're going to do stuff? How well do you do them? Do you complete them? You look at all that, because then you realize, well, we may not even be compatible. Because I wake up early, and sometimes it's the yin and yang, but sometimes that don't even work. Like, you really are just a lazy person, and I don't need to deal with you. As much as I want to help you and hope for you to be better and try to be better, for me, what I say, especially now, I'm not in the market of fixing anybody.
Yeah.
So if we're not compatible, if it's an issue and we're constantly talking about the same thing, it's just time for me to exit stage left. Yeah.
I've gotten to that point though, but I had to go through it to figure it
yeah.
out. But I'm glad I didn't have to go through it with multiple. Like I know people who like, man, who got mad dating stories with different girls. I have 2 girlfriends in my adult life, and one of them is barely in my adult life. I dated from 15 to 21, and then from 22 to 27.
You must really love them. Are you 27 now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. I would call them baby. You're not a baby, but
Hold on, how old are you?
I'm 28. But
When's your birthday?
July. I'll be 29 on the 29th. Ooh. It's my golden year.
Okay.
Yeah, we doing big things this year. But
For sure.
just career wise, I feel good about where I'm at. So
But yeah, so like I think it's a gift and a curse that I know how to make things work.
Yeah.
Right? I can
exactly.
Adjust to make things work. And that in the wrong hands leads me to where I've been led. And all right, we got to get off this topic because we don't want to. Yeah, bashful, right?
Yeah,
I don't want it to appear like.
But that's what I'm saying. Either way, like relationships, even the person in Ohio, Cleveland, whatever the case may be, relationships. Like it's really just about relationships and people understanding who you are as a person. And some people will take that, whether you're a good person, even a bad person. Like shit, I'm gonna take this person to the club because I know if I get in a fight, they're gonna protect me. Like they're gonna have my back. But no, it really just goes down to the type of relationship people have and what they're gonna respect. If they don't respect that you're a nice person that gets things done and has a loyal loyalty about themselves, it's kind of like they're gonna take advantage all day and they ain't gonna care. They ain't gonna care, and they'll paint you out to be bad.
But see, that's the thing.
Because in reality, you should never let it go that far.
No, here's the thing. Nobody can paint me out to be bad. There's not a person walking on this earth that could tell a story to paint me in the bad.
I gotta go find one, y'all.
If you find them, I will give you $1,000. All right. I'll put this challenge on Instagram. There is not one person in this world.
They could try, but then when they say the story, it probably won't even sound right.
They can't.
Okay.
They can't.
He a good person, y'all.
Yeah. It's people who do try, you know what I'm saying? But when the real story, when a
story come out, it's kind of like,
because once people start trying to expose story, I'm going to tell them the real story.
Okay.
And when and the reason people won't tell those stories is because they know I'm willing to do that. Like if you want to start to tell the story, I'm gonna tell the full story, and you know how you're gonna look. That's why when Drake said, "Look, I could have bullets," he said, "I could load every." Hold up. That's why they never take shots. I got everybody on safety, right?
Okay.
So when he said that. Nobody is going to like.
They're not gonna go head to head with him.
Yeah, you're not gonna go back and forth with me about stuff because you know how it's gonna end for you.
Oh yeah, that's why I said like I let the person listen. They came back and ran them out to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm working with the people that I put them onto. How you run your mind? They came to me. Yeah, so we're gonna start this next project. They don't care about that.
And it's so bad that now I got this one person who's trying to like snake me. Right? My homie called me the other day. He said, "Yo, look, listen. He is doing X, Y, and Z, and they were having a discussion. So he was talking to 2 other people who know me. So then he left, and then the one dude talked to him. He said, "Listen. Holla the most solid person I ever met in my life. If they fell out, it's something he did." And I never knew. I knew this back in high school, but it's so beautiful to be able to have people protect your name in another room because of how good of a person you are.
Oh yeah, for a fact. Like regardless, even if I don't care, because at the end of the day, you gonna know. Even with that person, I prayed with you when your mother was sick. I let people in my home and they had nowhere. Even out here, I've only been here for a year. So imagine, I don't know a lot of people. Yeah. So it's for me to allow certain people in my home watching people's kids. It's kind of like, you can't, like, what can you really say? Like, what can, like I've gone to bat for people that won't go to bat, which is fine. But you learn, you weave them out and you keep it moving.
Yeah.
So.
But do you have any questions before we get up out of here?
No, I don't. I'm just looking out. When will they see me again? That's my only question.
Oh yeah, you could definitely pull up to a stream or something.
Yeah,
you know
I'll definitely do that.
But when I bring up that other stuff that I'm gonna be doing on the channel, you can pull up. 'Cause I think you'll be good for that content too.
Okay, I'm excited. Listen, I'm out here to work. So
yeah, for sure. But listen, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. This podcast will be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. You know what I'm saying? All that great stuff. But until the next time I see y'all. Oh, tell them where do you find you first.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can find me at Sheek SHEEK_TV. Literally that's just my platform, so I could show you all everything that I'm doing out here. Like I do a lot. So tap in if y'all want to work. Y'all got other stuff you want to do as far as content, collaborate. Let's get it popping. So yeah, thank you.
But until the next time we see y'all, peace.
Bye.